Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Macho Luco channel with another video for you. This one being on the subject of feeling like you owe society something, okay, and the BS associated with that state of mind, okay. So from our very youngest days, we're brought up to to believe that, oh yeah, we have to we have a debt to society, you hear that a lot. It's like, oh, you have a debt. You have to go up and go to work, and you have to do things a certain way, because that's your debt to society. And when you think about that, like, wait a minute, I never remember taking out a loan with society's capital and approval. I never remember doing that. And you'd be correct in thinking that you never did. No, but no, none of us did. None of us asked, right, explicitly to be here. Like, hopefully we are enjoying our lives, and we're glad to be here, but there was no conscious decision by us to be here, right? I think you'd agree. You just kind of popped out with your parents, hopefully both of them, and you're like, hey, here I am, what do I do, kind of thing, right? So I just want you to kind of get that thought out of your head that you owe something. And one of the biggest kind of symbolic problems with that mindset comes and is nurtured actually by religion. I don't know about yours, but in mine it certainly was one of those things. Was when we were born with our primordial sin, kind of thing, and we have to be cleansed of it. I mean, talk about applying guilt and shame to someone very innocent, very naive from a very young age. How asinine is that, right? But we all experienced it, or at least a lot of us did, right, in our young age. And until you get baptized, you're going straight to hell, right? I'm not pulling this shit up my ass. It actually is what happens in religion, and the Catholic religion at least. So what I want to get you to think about is that you don't owe anybody anything, okay? And I'm not talking about, like, if you have a mortgage and you have an agreement, that's separate. That's a separate, decision. You actually made a conscious decision to do that. What I'm talking about is, and again, I'm going to tie this even to, missing 411 and other phenomena, is that you don't owe anybody anything. So that when something does go wrong, in the event of, like Bart Schleyer or Paul Fugate, or Dennis Martin, all these individuals that went missing without being found, or Maurice Demetz is another big one in Colorado. Notice what happens. You do get your hit of, yeah, we need to help, and you get that search party going, and you get the choppers out sometimes, to fly over and look for these people. But when you look at the motivation of these groups, it's very good. Like, and then you're like, whoa, wait a minute. A lot of these people are volunteers, which is, again, great. Like, my heart goes out to you guys for, enduring the elements, often harsh elements, and going in there and doing very good work for these people you don't even know, but they're missing, right? And their families are worried. So thank you forever, right? You guys are fantastic people. But again, about this debt thing that I started the video with all the stuff you're required to do as a citizen, your taxes, your job, your contributions, your employment insurance, all that stuff that goes off your check before you even have a chance to decide whether you want to help in that way or not. Where's all the help that you should be receiving as a family member or as the person that's missing from society, that you are contributing steadily for so long? And especially in the case, for example, of the elderly that go missing, like Maurice Demetz, that was missing at age 83, I believe, which is, a whole life of taxes and fees and just behaviors that were societally, societal expectations were met by his behavior. He was a pastor, right? He was a very good person, generally speaking. So what I'm saying is, do you see how screwed up the social contract, the general social contract is against you, not in your favor? in favor of somebody else. I'm just trying to get you to see that, okay? And again, missing 411 is just one tiny sliver of this. There's many other areas in life where you get screwed over by being a good boy, right? But the moment you start questioning things and think, wait a minute, I don't, even this small contribution that's like, I can't even figure it out off my paycheck where it's going, why am I doing this? And I never remember signing that, yes, I'm gonna, this tiny $5 a pay, stub is gonna go to this. I never remember agreeing to this. I never remember this and this. I never remembered agreeing in a referendum or in an election that this much of the tax money collected from gas or gambling or alcohol will go to this. I would love to be part of that conversation and have more input, but I never remember anyone coming to me and saying, hey, what's your stance on gambling money, which is millions and billions, going to this and this program? Do you, I'm asking, do you guys, can you think of any moment when you were called into a conversation like this? And don't even get me started on stuff like condo fees going up for no apparent reason, and then the condo boards not even being able to tell you what the reason is for this increase. It's just an increase so that just in case, a special assessment comes up, we're covered. Like, all these things I'm trying to get you to wake up to is that there's a tremendous amount of give and take in your social, air quotes, contract that is done without your permission, okay? In other words, your permission or your view of things means absolutely shit. That it means nothing, okay? And if you don't believe me, just try to request, for example, just start requesting a check from work and cashing it versus direct deposit. See what that brings. What kind of hurdles you're going to today in 2019 have to overcome to do that, which is perfectly within your right, versus staying on the direct deposit route. Just that alone. See how you do, and report back. Or try closing your accounts and still paying for your obligations, at the bank or whatever, but closing your accounts. And if you have a credit card or whatever, just canceling it. Paying off whatever's required, canceling it. You're done. You don't longer, try doing that. And again, report back. Please write in the comments and see and report back of what happened. Okay? Because the main thing I'm trying to stress here, guys, is we think we're in control and we think that our opinion matters and there's elections every 4 years and we get to voice our opinions and stuff. None of that matters. None of that matters, okay? So what I'm trying to get you to do is to wake up to that first, so you understand that you're not really making you're not skewing any decisions, okay? Any particular way. And what I do want you to focus on is on those few things in life that you are directly responsible for. So in other words, the line of work you're doing, where your money is going, how your money is working for you versus for somebody else, and if something does go wrong, and hopefully it doesn't, but let's say it does, with your health or with your property, see how little help you actually get, and again, note down your own your own experience when those things go wrong, and for all your contributions, all your effort, all your being a good boy or a good girl and doing your part, see how little you actually get in return. When all those entities that you're supporting and being a good boy for are now once in a blue moon called into to help you, or like an insurance company, for example, is another great example. You make a claim once a decade and you'd think you're asking for their firstborn, for whoever you're talking to. No, I'm just asking for what's owed to me under the agreement of an insurance claim. And they start you off with a deductible payment. Like, talk about not respecting the clientele, right? So just please report back in the comments, and hopefully I've woken a few of you up to the point that a ton of money that is taken off our checks and off of our monthly income goes to absolutely nowhere. in your state. Like it absolutely doesn't help you at all, and and as a result, we feel frustrated. We feel like not only getting ahead is not even on the table, it's like staying out of debt is slowly becoming a non on the table item. Just being able to say, you know what, at the end of the year, I've paid everything, I've paid all my taxes, my bills, property, whatever, and I don't owe anybody anything. That's becoming a rare thing. Okay, so post below, post your experience, how you're doing, and yeah, let's continue the discussion, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully wherever I find you, it's also sunny and warm and you're having an awesome day. Okay, talk to you soon.